Hello everyone, here is Gabriela Mueller, communications coach, trainer. I'm passionate about women making it in the world, in leadership tables and decision positions that they deserve to be. And for that, wealth and money, it's an essential conversation we continue to have because there is so much to learn. And today I have a powerhouse woman with me next to me. Clara, introduce yourself. And I can tell you, this woman was kind of like, when I met her, it was kind of like a bulb and light went on my brain to say, I need to do more for my own finances and start spreading the message to women. So Clara, welcome.
Thank you very much, Gabriela.
Thank you. And could you tell us a couple of things about you and your background?
Sure. So thank you. My name is Clara. So I used to work for a bank, and now I'm the co-founder of Finel, which is a learning community for women on the subject of finance. So we talk about like how to invest, talk about retirement and these kind of things to actually get women more into the topic of money and finance.
And it's such a big topic that makes a difference tremendously from the beginning of a woman's career all the way to their maturity levels in their job, and also the end, we all get retired, right? So having this conversation is great. And by the way, for anybody watching this video, the links are going to be below, not only for her amazing company, but also for the workshops that she's running that are really mind-blowing and really eye-opening.
Thank you.
All right. One of the questions that I get all the time, and this is something that I mentioned in my workshops, probably if you're watching this, you probably heard me doing this, the difference between saving and investing and how important it is for us women to start grasping this importance of this. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? You got some amazing numbers there.
Sure. So basically what we realized in working with women is that women are actually super great in saving and creating a budget, but then don't do anything with that money.
I know, this probably sounds like maybe you're watching this, yeah.
And one of the things which one should keep in mind is the compound interest.
Yeah.
And so basically the money you gain from investing. Now, my favorite formula to kind of visualize this is the formula of 72.
All right, okay, so let's check on this one because those numbers are going to be also on the screen later. 72, explain a little bit more.
So the formula of 72 kind of works like this. If you take 72 and divide it by the interest rate you get on your money, it gives you the number of years to double your money.
All right, of course, you mentioned it in one of the last workshops. Okay, so let's run this exercise. Just 100 of anything, right? You invested 100, right?
Yep.
And then you could divide it.
So you always take the 72,
right?
And then you divide it by the interest rate. So let's say you only get 1% on your money. It takes 72 years to double that money.
There you go. Okay, so for all of you who are sitting comfortably looking at your savings account and thinking, I'm just getting 0.3, 0.4% interest rate, do the math. It's going to be an eternity. Alternative to that then will be investing.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So if you invest the money and you maybe let's not even go crazy, just get 5% of return, you will double your money in around, let's say, 14 years.
Yeah.
That's a difference, right?
Absolutely. I mean, 14 years, you and I, anybody could relate to this, whether you are in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. That's a huge impact.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you mentioned in your workshops is you don't have to start big. You don't have to be a millionaire to think, oh, I am able and subject to invest, right? So tell us a bit more. It could be just simply a small amount.
Yes, so basically the kind of misconceptions I always get, investing is only for rich people, it's super complicated, I don't know how to do this, I don't know where to start. And one of the things we do actually in our workshop is go through the process, and most of the women actually realize it's not that complicated. I can do it already with a couple hundred Swiss francs.
Wow.
And
start small, but start.
Yes, exactly.
Start today.
Yes.
Right? Okay. There is another thing that I'm going to show you because there have been some mentions on some questions on the social media channels that I manage. And in the last workshop, a question that again, and we're going to be talking about something that it impacts the way we make money in life. negotiation, right? Because negotiation skills, I always say, is a life skill, is a life-saving skill. And we are not wired so well to negotiate and really generate perks, not only wealth, but also perks at work so easily in early stages in our lives and careers. So if you're watching this, if you're a woman, you know what I mean, is we're not always so empowered or either have the tools or the courage to start a negotiation talk. So can you tell us about the importance of this and how much it impacts our finance and wealth?
Yes. So in one of your previous questions, we spoke about the difference from saving to investing. And when you realize how important it is to put your money to work for you, you also kind of realize, oh, I can also work on my income, right? And one of the things I realized is that women are actually really good negotiators for other people, just not for themselves.
I know, and there's a lot of research done on that. We're good at negotiating, where we're kind of like, you know, we have a team, a group, a family to negotiate for, but for ourselves. And I see that everywhere. I travel around the world, right? People think it's very cultural. It's not. I see it in Finland, in South Africa, in Latin America, and here in Switzerland a lot, right? So we need to go and knock on that door and ask for the raise and for the perks, right?
Yes. So I mean, one thing is obviously to bring up the subject of wage increase, but then obviously sometimes depending on the company, it's a bit tricky, or on the position or the number of years you work there. But then there are other things you can look at, like, can I get some sort of training in order to progress? Are there other things, time off which is paid? These kind of things that help you also to develop yourself, because one idea is really invest in yourself, right?
Right. It pays the best interest. I always say that. Okay, very good. So then let's go then to the next big thing. Because I was at the Web Summit last year, one of the biggest places where people go with startups from around the world. And I was surprised to hear that around last year, 2% of the venture capital money worldwide goes to startups that are led by women, which is a real pity, because we know that it really pays good interest and it's a great investment. I know that it's changing, the landscape is changing, though not so fastly. So tell us a little bit about the importance of we women supporting also other women in their organizations and investing in them.
So first of all, completely right. Most of the venture capital money doesn't go actually to women startups, even though it was kind of found out that women startups perform better, right? So they are actually very profitable. And so I really like this idea of voting with your money. So if you want to change the world and having more women startups, we also should actually invest in female startups. Now, it's not always that easy currently. So in the US, there are really cool funds like the Female Founders Fund. So in Europe, we still need to work on like a platform where you can actually facilitate this.
For women, but anybody who could come and put their money in organizations led by women, right?
Exactly.
And you know, by fact that even organizations or startups that have at least one woman on the board perform better. Right? I mean, you would think it's a no-brainer, right? And yet we still see that the reality looks different. So if you are also into investing, you always you want to check out with your advisors and where your investments are going. Not only companies that are you support, but also where there are women who are present at the table, right?
And I do have a tip. It's not for startups, but I think for big companies, there are a couple funds which actually invest in gender equality. So at least for the big companies to have women in the board and these kind of, or like maternity leave also for the husband, you know, to actually have equality within the organization.
Exactly. So look for companies that actually walk the talk and that actually invest and put the money where the mouth is. Okay, very good. All right, we're gonna have one last thing that has been in my mind to ask you, because I know how active you are helping women in very actionable things. So one of the questions before we close is, can you tell anybody who's watching this one or two things that they can start already doing today to already getting informed, educated, or even take action? Is there anything we can already start doing today?
Yes, so obviously those who are a bit skeptical and say, I need more knowledge, these kind of things, obviously we offer courses on different investment topics.
Yeah.
So we have a couple coming up in February on how to invest in startups.
Exactly. Which I actually am going to be taking that one because it's amazing. So that one.
Yes.
So investing on other startups, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then one on cryptocurrencies in March, on 17th of March. And we also have certain events to just talk about money topics. So a meetup basically is on the 3rd of March, also in Zurich.
Very good. So if you're looking at this is March and February 2020. And of course, the links will be just below. And you can just say it right now, is you have an URL that you want us to check right there.
Yeah, so on finel.com you can find all the events. Then other things, I think, I mean, obviously you can write me there. You can also book coaching sessions, like individual ones. And apart
Which
from
could be maybe virtually too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that'd be great, because I think some people who might not be in the region of Zurich would still be able and interested to contact you for a Skype session or one of those.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us? Because I know we're in, beautiful space here with women. If you're watching this, believe me, this could be make it or break it in your life, because we're not talking only about money. This is about wealth, well-being, and doing much more of what you want to do and the impact that you want in the world. Yeah. Right? And perhaps I do have to do something before we go. The topic money and the word ambitious.
Yes.
Right? Because I travel with the world and I coach women, and sometimes when I drop the world or the topic money and being ambitious, it has a negative connotation, right? And it's interesting. We're sitting here in Zurich, in such an advanced country, we still see it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about that? This is a mindset question.
It's a very good point. So I think before actually going and learning how to invest, it's more about like, what do I associate with the whole topic of money? And often it's rightly, as you said, connotated with negatively, like, am I greedy and these kind of things. To be very honest, the women I saw that started investing, it gave them confidence, because then they're working on their financial freedom and their financial confidence. And so actually it does the opposite.
It does exactly the opposite, right?
Yeah.
How beautiful is that?
Yes.
So the moment we start overcoming that kind of like limiting beliefs about money and what it means to go want more and deserve more, this is where we start really generating impact. Thank you so much, Clara. We're going to be putting all your social media channels there, because really you want to follow this woman, definitely. And we want to have more women and much more wealth in the hands of women in the world, because we know that it can be a better world with it. Thank you so much for joining us, and you want to check it out, finels.com and gabrielamueller.com.